Well, good morning, everyone. How are you? Good morning. Ready to build some houses? Yeah. All right. I'm Jim Payne. I'm the Executive Director of New Orleans Area Habitat for Humanity, and I want to welcome all of you out here today. I know about half of you are from out of town. Half of you are here from the New Orleans area, and that's exactly what we're all about, is rebuilding New Orleans. Let me share a little bit about Habitat for Humanity with you and our work since Katrina in particular. In the almost 5 years since the failure of the levees and flood walls, New Orleans Habitat for Humanity volunteers just like you have built over 300 homes for hardworking New Orleans families. And by the way, I want to take a second, point out our partner families are in the green shirts. Raise your hand if you see somebody in the green shirts. Over here, they're future Habitat homeowners. They're the reason we do it. They are the most important people out here. I don't care if you're the president of the National Association of Realtors or an EVP at Marriott. Those are the important people. They have the courage and the strength and the integrity to not only build themselves a new life and a new home, but to rebuild communities such as the 7th Ward, and by doing that, rebuild all of New Orleans. So we honor and applaud both of you, all of our families. And you'll see green t-shirts. There are some out working on the houses right now. Take a moment, introduce yourself, and say hi to them. Scott's going to give you a safety talk a little later in the day. I've got two quick housekeeping things. One is hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Drink water, drink it early, drink it often. Pay attention to the people you're here with. We don't have a formal buddy system, but when you're working with folks, if you see somebody who's kind of looking a little funny, acting a little goofy, maybe a little goofier than usual.
Is that the standard?
If you'll grab them by the arm, take them and sit them down, y'all have a glass of water or a bottle of water. So keep that bottle of water handy, refill it, drink a lot. The second thing is, remember that we are here in this neighborhood to be friends and neighbors. So we want to be respectful of the homes of others. Even if they're rehab homes under process and all, let's try to stay off the porches, not block driveways, particularly pay attention to traffic. Because you get all intent on what you're doing, and particularly you grab a board or something and get ready to run across the street because you're holding up a wall and somebody's driving down the street and they take you out. And I'm not so much worried about that, but they break the board. So y'all be careful with that. I do want to recognize our sponsors, because the way Habitat works is that we work in partnership with our families and with volunteers to build homes and communities, and we work in partnership with our donors and sponsors. Donors and sponsors, such as the ones we have here today, have put over $35 million worth of residential housing in New Orleans through Habitat alone. And most of them support other organizations. So I want to take a second and recognize the Marriott. We got Marriott folks here out there really coming out Saturday. Marriott Karen B. Yo Foundation, and we've got a niece and nephew over here representing the family. And I guess you're going to get out and sweat a little bit today. All right. And our good friends, National Association of Realtors. Out here, right? Yeah, come on, make some noise.
Yeah.
We're delighted, especially delighted to have the NRA folks here.
And they are. All right. I brought my gun though.
And they are. There are already plenty of firearms around. Our NAR friends, 10 years ago this year, we completed our first house in partnership with them. It was a great build. We did a wonderful build, and they had a hell of a wonderful party. I remember that. A homeowner who's a very nice, sweet lady got out there with their kids, and they cut a rug on the dance floor. Remember that?
Yes, indeed.
It was a great thing. So we're real thrilled to have them back there convening in New Orleans again. and anytime we can get convention and conference business, and you guys watch the truck, convention and conference business, that supports our economy and our community, and we really appreciate you guys being back. And our last house is being built by the Fund for Humanity, which brings me around to how Habitat works. Our homeowners, when the project's done, are buying their house. Due to the generosity of our sponsors, we're able to buy all the materials, pay all the licensed subcontractors, and buy the land. But when the project's over, the family pays only the cost of the house, those hard costs. All of your volunteer labor keeps that cost down. They don't pay my salary, administrative costs, cost of the vehicles and tools. They only pay for the hard cost of the house. But Habitat for Humanity was founded and based on Exodus 22:25, which is also in the Torah, and it's paraphrased by